What's going on, y'all? D Bucket Boy News 401 here. How's everybody doing today? Fuck Joe Biden and fuck you for voting for him. Oh, shit. Yeah! How'd you guys like that for an opening stream?
Yo, what's going on, folks? 420. Sorry, I started the show late at 10 instead of 9. I got a hockey tournament this weekend. So, what's up, Josh? What's up, 801? So, what's going on, folks? Just to let everybody know, I've heard from Bucket Boy. He is doing okay. So, just to let everybody know out there that I have heard from him. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days. I've had some phone issues. So Bucket, if you're listening, I should have them resolved by tomorrow. So with that being said, if anybody knows, if anybody else has heard from him, let me know. But yeah, he's doing fine. That's about as much as I can say. So unless he's listening and he wants to come up. So, but yeah, guys, you guys been watching Mass Accountability and freaking Press NH now? Holy shit, Batman and Robin. Those guys are putting in some work, and police are fucking with them. But they're putting in some work, boy. They're two of my favorites. I have a list of favorites, but they're two of my. They're up in my top 10, top 5 even. Oh, and then I'm enjoying a Bud Light Salsa peach lemonade. Not bad. Got a nice peachy taste to it. So, let me put the link up. Let me put the link up. I'm actually going to pin this. So just hold on 1 second. Just got to go to my channel. There we go. Let me pin it. Pin the message. Message pinned. We're in like Flynn, out like Trout. Let's do it. Like I said, Bucket, if you're listening, get your ass up here. I'm having, like I said, I'm having phone issues. So, yeah. Angry J. What's up, Angry Ginger? What's going on? Thanks for coming. But yeah, Mass Accountability and Preston H Now. If you guys haven't been watching, I recommend go watch their videos. Go watch their latest stuff. If you can, if you're subscribed, make sure you get to go watch his Preston H Now's lives that he does live. He goes live a lot. Mass Accountability, he goes live as well. So keep an eye out for those guys. So, but if you're just tuning in, I have spoken with Bucket Boy, so everybody knows he's doing fine. Yeah, breaking the flaw. Guys, go watch his stuff too. He was out. Nice. Nice, AG. Nice. Yeah, go check out Angry Ginger Hunting and Accountability. Go check them out. Try to, if you can, you might have, you have your auditors that you like, and then you have your auditors that you don't like. It's not like you don't like them as a person. It's just the way they hold themselves, But hey, everybody has their way of doing crop watching and auditing. But it's just me. I just don't particularly like some auditors or cop watchers because the way they act, the way they because if you're out there and no one's bothering you, that's the best. That's great. No one bugging you, no cops, no one's coming over. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, yes, I'm alive, Epic. Why don't you come up here? Because I said hi to you on your show about a couple weeks ago and you didn't say anything back. So get up here, brother, from another mother. It's pinned. Show yourself to the world. What's going on, Epic? Epic is a Canadian brother. He's been through a lot in the last, I'd say, year and a half. Epic's been through a lot. Dealing with cases and things. So I'm glad he's here. Yeah, so go to Epic Cop Watch Ottawa. Go subscribe. Did everybody get notified? Get notification? Hope so. But yeah, guys, come up. Jesus, the thing's pinned. Come hang out with us. Shoot the shit. Tell us what's going on. One. Is that supposed to be 1 minute? One. Yeah, this I recommend this Bud Light Salsa. Peach is pretty good. Doesn't have that alcohol-y taste. It tastes like a peach lemonade, to be honest with you. Either one. You want me to play that video? Am I? Oh, okay. Oh, his link. I'm sorry. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Other video? No, it's a link. Yeah, guys, put your links up if you're a mod. Or if you're not a mod, just ask a mod to, show you a link. Share it so everybody can see. So. Nice. This one's for you, Epic. Epic, get up here, you fucking cocksucker. Oh, somebody come up here. Anybody. 801, you're probably working. Or with the fam. All right, sweet. That's good to know. Maybe I might play one tonight. Maybe I won't. Okay, I'll give you a minute. 1 minute, 60 seconds. Somebody count it. You'll come up after you shower? All right, then go take a shower. What do you want to smell pretty? I hear you, Angry. Thanks for stopping in. You're hanging out with us. If you just, ooh, pardon me. It came out of nowhere, excuse me. If you're just tuning in, I have spoken with Bucket Boy. He's doing fine. He is somewhere. I can't say. But if he's listening, get up here. There's something wrong with my phone, so I gotta go to T-Mobile tomorrow and have them deal with it. So, but glad you're all here, hanging out with us. I'm having a little bit of a wobbly pop. And believe it or not, I'm out of weed. Believe that? I am out of weed right now. Unbelievable. That was good. That was delicious. Easy! I know where he is, but I can't say. He's got a lot of things going on. Legal wise. So he's kind of, yeah, he's safe. Yes, he is safe. Yes, he is absolutely safe. Yeah, he's definitely safe. He has a phone now. He got his own phone. So yeah. Hey Z, why don't you come up here, you cocksucker? You haven't been up on my panel in forever. Hey Z. Guys, if you're already unsubscribed to AZ Unfiltered, I recommend go subscribe. She's got some good content. She's got some good stuff. Even the hookers get on his show, get on his channel. So I can't wait to see it, AZ. Can't wait to see it. Hope it was a positive interaction with the cop. Positive conversation. Excuse me again. Jesus H. Whew. Had a good supper tonight. We had Swedish meatballs, so it's good. Good supper. Mashed potatoes, corn. Oh yeah, it was good. Oh, one of them bad to good encounters. Oh, hey, that's good. It's your birthday? Holy shit. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, AZ. Happy birthday to you. What's up, 801?
How's it going?
Well, it's going. I don't know which way, but it's going.
Well, it's always going somewhere.
Yeah.
Hop on that train, just ride.
Yep.
I used to hop on trains when I was a kid. 9, 10, 11 years old.
Yep.
It'd stop in my grandpa's town. So we'd hop on when they started going again.
Well, that's
We'd
cool.
ride about 7 miles to the next town.
Walk back.
No, my grandpa he worked for Union Pacific Railroad, and his neighbor worked for Rio Grande. So we'd just hit one of them up, and they'd give us a ride back home after they bitched us out. Well, yeah, they get pissed, but we did. Anyway. His neighbor's grandson hung out with us, so, and he was a
Fun
couple years
times.
older, so
Yep.
we did it with him, and man, looking back at 9, 10 years old, hopping on trains, pretty crazy.
Yes. Yeah, you're not going to see kids doing that nowadays. Oh, maybe, but I don't know if it's still a thing.
That's a lot tougher to do now. We had a lot more security at
Yeah,
their
you got more security, and if you
cameras.
trespass on railroad property, you could be arrested. And
Yeah,
yeah, they don't like it when they see you walking on the tracks.
they don't even want you filming the tracks anymore.
Nope.
But fuck them.
Exactly. I can film whatever I see from public.
Yep. How the game's doing? You guys start playing, or you still?
We lost our first one tonight.
What did you?
Yeah, we lost our first one. That's all right, though. We'll be back tomorrow.
It's good to lose, then you know what it's like to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you win, you already know. You don't,
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine this weekend.
Gives them more drive.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a young squad, so we got young dudes.
Coaching's a pretty tough thing, and if you can get down on the kids' level and just get them to understand.
These are adults.
Oh, they're adults that you coach.
Yeah, they're
okay.
adults.
Well, yeah,
I do have a kid on the team. He's 17, but they're all
right.
They're all 18 and over.
Yeah, but they still got to realize, like, look at what's going on and see, look ahead.
Yeah.
You got to play ahead of the game.
Yeah.
As much as you can. But if they can start understanding the theory of the game, they start enjoying it and getting better.
Yeah.
Rather than just be out there playing. But at that age, I'm sure they all love it if they're still playing.
Yep.
I coached baseball back in the 90s.
Yeah, I've been coaching hockey for the last 20 years, 22 years. And I love it. I love the sport. I love the sport of hockey. It's nothing like it.
I used to go to it when I was a kid before they had helmets and shut the game down for 20 minutes of fighting, and that was great back then.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about this, the Esposito brothers and all that last time, huh?
Yes. Yep. God, I remember when the Boston Bruins used to practice at the Wallace Civic Center. That was a long time ago. That was a long, long time ago.
Well, I only remember one player that wore a helmet, and I know he'd got slashed by a skate right across his face, and he's the only one I know that wore a helmet for, God, 6 or 7 years when I first started watching it, as a kid.
Yeah. Who do you play for? Do you know?
Well, just the Salt Lake team
Oh, okay.
in the CHL.
CHL, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back. I just went to the bathroom. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that, AZ. Definitely like your content, getting those lot lizards. And that's great, though. My favorite was when you walked right past the cops when that guy got hit. That's probably pretty intense for you.
Whew, much better. Ah.
All right.
Whew. Felt like I had to piss for a week. But did you happen to see the audit at the store with a store clerk?
Oh, Polly.
Yeah. Did you happen to see that?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know. I don't like to talk bad about anybody, but I think they went there looking for trouble. But I mean, the lady bringing out a bat, which is a deadly weapon.
Yep.
So I think all three of them are pretty much guilty in some ways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
once that bat came out, it was
That changed everything.
that changed the whole narrative.
Yeah. Well, that's my feelings on it. The bat changed everything. I mean, well, even when they bumped and pushed, that I think she should have called the cops. She could have handled it different. I don't know what their intentions were and what they were doing. It's kind of an odd place to go at it.
Yeah, it's a private business.
Yeah. But I think all three of them played a role in how it went down.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it
Holy
escalated
shit.
quick.
Oh yeah, it went from 0 to 100 in a millisecond.
Yeah.
There was no gray area there.
Look, the gray area for me is the laws on that. I mean, I don't know exactly what the laws are there, and but it's still a weird place to audit, and I think the bat changed the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. She just should have called the cops. Say, hey, listen, I want these people removed from my store. I'm the store
Yeah.
owner, and I don't want them here.
Well,
Not
that's what
escalate it to where you get into somebody's face.
Well, you
And then you
your ass
then you get
kicked, and
pushed.
you got to be careful. What you don't know what people are going to do.
No, you don't, because you don't know. The first thing I thought, I'm like, holy shit, she just pulled out a bat. Now watch, someone's gonna pull out a gun.
Yeah, well, and that's I don't know. It's a deadly weapon. Cops do it when you don't even have nothing. So I would have to say it would be legal to pull a gun in that situation.
Yep.
But I just think she shouldn't have bring the bat out and just stayed behind the counter and called the cops.
Where were they, in the state of Washington?
God, possibly. I'm not even sure.
Oregon, maybe.
I think, yeah, one of those, I
or
believe.
Seattle.
Yeah, so yeah, that's. I mean, that's a lot of people have their opinion on it. I just think all three of them played a part in how it went down. That
Yeah,
could have been avoided.
yeah. Well, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right?
Yeah, I mean, they'll learn. That's for sure. They'll definitely learn from it.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people might, see what happens with them. And auditing ain't for the faint of heart. It's it's a scary thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It is a scary thing to do. I did a few. I know I haven't been out there recently, but I've done a few in the past. I've taken off my channel, and I don't know why, and I erased them, and I got rid of them. I think but I did it, and we had no encounter. We had zero encounter with law enforcement. We had zero encounter with anybody, except for the dispatcher, so we could actually use the bathroom. That was it. And she didn't even bat an eyelash at the camera.
Well, that's how it should be.
It's like, oh yeah, you guys, bathrooms right there. Whatever you need. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay. This was during peak COVID time. In the winter time.
Oh yeah.
So, everybody's got a mask on, and
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, because I carry, and I'll admit I had my mask on, went to the bank, and I was packing still, and then I was like, wow, this is crazy. A mask on, a
In a
gun in my
bank.
pocket. I'm inside a bank. Pretty weird.
Who knew?
Nobody knew. It was concealed. I can't open and carry it in there, of course.
Yeah. Hey.
Just me, I knew, and I thought it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I would. It's, even going in a gas station with a mask on.
Yeah.
It's just a bank.
But yeah, you never know. I mean, I was taking my daughter to a baseball game once, and we're walking down the sidewalk, and this guy comes around the corner on a bike, and a can of Pepsi fell out of his backpack or something, and went on the ground, started spraying. So I kind of look over there and then keep walking. Well, I guess he didn't like the fact I looked, so he spun around, said, "You got a problem?" Well, no, dude. Walking down the road with my daughter. Well, yeah, I think you got a problem. You're lucky you got your daughter with you. Just set someone off like that. That's why,
Yep.
You never know what people are going to do.
No,
Put
you
yourself
don't.
in situations like Polly did, and that store owner. I mean, you never know who you're dealing with.
That could have been a gun. Imagine if that was a gun.
Well, I had one when that guy came. That's why I wasn't too worried. I just got my daughter behind me, and I was waiting for him, to get off his bike and make a move. Luckily, he thought the best of it. I didn't have to pull it out. I've never pulled it out yet. I came close twice, and that was once.
Yeah. Hey, Midwest, get up here. You cocksucker.
Midwest.
See, my state's not a stand your ground state. So,
We just became one last year, I think.
oh wow, Massachusetts will never become a stand your ground state. No way. No way. The only time you can discharge your firearm is if you're in a threat. What's up, Dirty Mike? What's up, Melvin? Is if your life is being threatened, you can only use deadly force. But if you have an escape route, you have to take the escape route. You can't defend yourself, pretty much in this state. So fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that is. I mean, you should be able to stand your ground, especially when you're not the aggressor and they're coming at you. I mean, why do you got to run?
Yeah, exactly. So,
What's up, Dirty? Melvin?
this this state sucks when it comes to firearms.
Well, there's a lot of guns out west here.
Yeah.
Especially on these Rocky Mountains like Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho. I mean, we all hunt and we all have guns.
We all have guns, yeah. Yeah, only here in my state is concealed only. That's it.
Oh, gee, I open carried for years before I got my concealed permit.
Yeah, you can't
Just
even open
because-
carry in this state.
Just to exercise my rights. I didn't do
Yeah.
it every day. But, 2 or 3 times a month I would, just to exercise my rights.
Yeah. No, not only concealed in this state.
Well, that's what's funny about like NH and Mass and Flaw. They're in the live free or die state. It sure just don't look like that state to me.
Yeah, that's New Hampshire, live free or die.
Yeah.
They're not too bad with their gun laws.
Yeah, but they're sure fucking up press and mass accountability and breaking the law. I mean, that Charlestown's out of control.
Oh, Charlestown, New Hampshire, yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, that's just it's curious to what's going to come out, what's going to happen. Can't wait for the update. That's going to be epic.
Well, did they go back today?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because I knew they went back yesterday.
Yeah, and some kid went after him or something.
Yeah,
they almost got pepper sprayed him. Yeah, they dropped him. And then the chief showed up.
Yeah, that piece of shit Connors.
Yeah, Connors.
The one that fucked with it, that arrested him last week?
Yep, for interfering in government something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which is going to be thrown out because he didn't tell anybody to call. If people call to give you their grievances, they have that right to give you their grievances.
Absolutely.
It's in the Constitution. I mean, hello. Dirty Mike just says so far zero press New Hampshire video today. So still waiting for you, Midwest. Where the hell are you? Poopy pants.
Let's go, Brandon. So, where'd you find Bucket Boy? You never did say what he's doing.
I can't say where he is.
But he's all right.
Where he is, but he is safe.
Good.
He does have a phone. There is just something wrong with my phone, so I'm sure he's been calling me or texting me. So, like I said, hopefully he got a notification that I'm on, but unless he probably doesn't have Wi-Fi where he is, then That might be a problem, but he's safe and sound.
Oh, they left.
Yeah, once they were done, I didn't get to see the end of it, of his live. But I watched most of it. I saw the kid I saw the kid there that went out. The kid got sprayed. And then after that, but I didn't see the end, so I don't know exactly what happened. If
Last I seen, Flaw was in his car.
Is that right now?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday?
After that. They walked to their car, and that's I seen of their
last of it. Yeah. Well, I'd love for Preston H now to get up here. I'd love for him to be on my panel. Him and Mass County Billy already has. He's been on my panel. I'd love for him to come back. Preston H now. I'd love to get him on my panel. Just to tell him, how great of a job he's doing. And
yeah, they become one of my favorites that I watch all the time now.
Yeah. Yep.
But I tried to move away from the bigger channels to try to watch some of the smaller channels and help them grow,
Yep. Over the past year, those guys have grown immensely.
Yeah.
I believe they're both over 40,000 subscribers. So, yeah, they do a great job. Yeah, they do a great job. Those two. I like. It's fun when Breaking the Flaw, Mass Accountability, and Preston H now together.
Yeah. I like that Bay Area too. Transparency.
Bay Area Transparency. Yep. It's one of my favorites.
I like how he just sucks them in.
Oh yeah, when he baits them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny shit. Makes people look like idiots.
Shit, I gotta twist me one up.
Uh-oh.
Just got home from work. Haven't smoked all day.
Uh-oh.
It's 4:20 at my house.
There you go. $4.20 somewhere. I used to be on at 4:20, but yeah, not anymore. That schedule didn't work. Didn't work. So I figured.
I remember that.
Now it'll be Friday at 9. Today was the exception. At a hockey game, and so.
Oh, so you're gonna do it at 9 instead of 10?
Yeah, I did it at 10. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a show, but I'm gonna do it an hour later.
What'd you think of the World Series?
It was pretty good for the teams that were in it. I think Atlanta did a great job.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean,
with their pitching staff.
Yeah, those Astros, man, their bats were on it all playoffs, and
Well,
that dude from Atlanta that was out, he pitched 2 innings, inning and a third or something like that on a broken leg. That's pretty badass
yeah,
there.
that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I'm glad the assholes didn't win. When I got kicked out of the baseball game this year on opening day, one of the players from the Astros was on the team. Every time we got to bat, I just yelled, "Cheater! Cheater!"
Did they cheat? Yeah, they were talking about that on one of our sports channels out here. They were talking about the Astros possibly cheating in the World Series.
Well, they did a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they were sign stealing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're hitting a garbage can, giving the signals what it was.
Yep.
But if you're not cheating, you're not playing. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, in any sport.
Yeah.
And if you say that it's not true, then you're full of shit.
Oh, it happens all the time. Kidding me? Clubs are sign stealing. Some are getting caught, and some are. That's all it comes down to.
Well, in every sport, you're
You know,
doing something to get that edge.
hockey. It's get away with penalties, or if the ref is
Yeah.
completely blind.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, the ref is completely blind and turns his head the other way. You know, but there are some moves that ice hockey players know, and ball hockey players, deck hockey players know. They know how to get away with certain things without getting caught. You know, they know how to throw they know how to throw elbows. You know, they know how to
Oh,
do
yeah.
a chicken wing. They know how to do a chicken wing to hold you. You know, and unless the ref is looking for it, he ain't gonna call it unless he sees it. You know, and you got to be seasoned. You got to be a seasoned official to pick up on those things.
Well, that's one of the things I don't like about basketball. The referees have too much power on the outcome of the game
Yeah.
because with their bad calls or no calls,
Yep. I agree.
I don't. I guess hockey would kind of be the same way, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Your
I
five
mean, if
team put it in
they're
the net,
making bullshit calls, you know, and it's not going one team's way. I mean, you know,
and they're bad calls.
and they're bad calls. I mean, they usually get a call from Toronto. Those officials will get a call during the end of the period. They say, "Hey, you guys are gonna wake up." You know, I would imagine they do that. I'm not sure if they do, but I would imagine that they would be like, "Hey, listen, you know, you guys are making some shitty calls."
Oh, they
You
have.
know,
There's a referee council or whatever. I mean, I'm sure they go over their calls and just like any team, they're watching the game film and you would. I mean, I know they do in the basketball, and football. I'm sure they do in every sport.
well, I'm sure.
I mean, you'd have to.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, there are some teams that just know how to work the system.
Well, some are better cheaters than others.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, shit, look at the Patriots. Look at the Red Sox. You know, deflate game. Ooh, deflating balls. But that got shut down pretty quick.
Yeah.
How many Super Bowls does Tom Brady have?
Super Bowl rings or Super Bowls?
Super Bowl rings. How many rings does Tom Brady have right now?
I think he's got 6 or 7.
It's 7.
Was it 7 last year?
Yep. And he's got what, 10 Super Bowls? He's been at 10? Yeah, 10. No, 9.
Well, hey, my daughter just got home, so I'm gonna just mute myself for a minute, and I'll be back.
All right, bud. All right, man. So I know there's people out there that aren't Tom Brady fan, that are not Tom Brady fans. But you gotta respect the guy for what he's accomplished. I mean, is Joe Montana still considered the best? Absolutely. You know, Steve Young, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Warren Moon. I mean, back in the 80s, they had some great quarterbacks in the 80s. Not so much in the 90s. But waiting for Midwest to get up here. So unless he all of a sudden got a call or something on a scanner and it's right outside his door, like no where he disappeared to. Saw Epic in here tonight. Good to see him. Hopefully he comes up. If he doesn't, I'll go to his show. So for anybody that's tuning in, I've heard from Bucket Boy. He is safe. He is staying under the radar for right now. I can't tell you what state he's in. But I just to know that he is safe. So I was talking with 801 earlier. We were discussing Paulie, the audit that happened the other day, yesterday, or came out yesterday. What do you guys think? About that audit? My personal opinion is it's a private business. Yes, they do serve the public, but it's still a private business. If the person that's in the building says you have to come in with a mask, it's their business. No mask, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Right, Big Red? Big Red, yep, there you go. You're good. You're good.
How are we doing, everybody?
What's up, Big Red?
Not much. No, I wanted to come up and make a comment on that. Sorry if I'm hollow. I know everybody out there is gonna fucking shit on me for this next comment, but dude, watching it, it seemed a little set up to me. They walked in, she came out, the bat came out, the fight started, boom, it all happened really, really quick. And I'm not saying it was because I don't believe it was set up, but it's just if you look at it, to me, it's got this set up feel. They walk in, only a few words were exchanged, and all of a sudden the bat was brought out. I don't know. It just seemed a little set up. even though I don't believe it was. It just looked like it to me. But
Yeah.
I guarantee you, I don't care where I am. If somebody puts a bat in my fucking chest, they better hit me with it hard enough to break a rib and knock me out, because I will disarm them and I will beat them with it. That's just a guarantee. Whether I'm in the wrong or not, don't put fucking hands on me. You know, if I'm not supposed to be there, all right, call the cops, we'll figure it out. I was unlawfully trespassed from fucking the mall up the street from my place. Like, you know, and it was all live on Dirty's channel, and I got the static recording. It's on my Big Red Ogre channel. Like, you know, I was out there filming in public. There was an LCBO, which is government owned here in Canada. Then they got a Toronto Public Library, and they got a post office in there. So there's 3 government entities within that building. And I was out in the parking lot, which is all public, because you can't access the LCBO unless you go to a mall entrance. You can't access the post office unless you go into a mall entrance. The only one is the public library. You can actually access that outside from outside in the parking lot. But that makes it all public, and that's where I was recorded. The security guard came, walked around me, looked at me, and when he got behind me, I said, "Don't walk behind me. I feel threatened." He walked away and called the cops. They pushed me off the property. They threw the trespass notice at me.
Wow.
And then when it hit me and hit the floor, he's like, "You better pick that up, and George, I'm going to charge you with littering." And I laughed at him. I laughed in his face. He's like, "Go fuck yourself." I'm like, "You threw it." I said, "It's on the floor." I'm like, "Charge yourself." And then the chick cop grabbed my bag to try and stuff it in my bag, and I yelled at her, "Don't you fucking touch me." I said, "This is all public property. This is all unlawful." I haven't followed up. I admit, that was like my first real dealing with the cops on any type of audit. I wasn't actually doing an audit or anything like that. I was actually out filming people going the wrong way, where it's all posted. It says "Do not enter one way," and people will blow down that way to cut through traffic. And I've seen a couple of the buggy guys that work at that Loblaws get hit. My daughter and I were almost hit. My wife and my daughter were almost hit a while back. So I just stayed there and I was putting people on blast. I was recording them, and when they'd stop, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm recording you breaking the law, doing stupid shit." And then some guy approached me. He went and complained to security, and that's why they kicked me off.
Wow.
That was my very first dealings with. Like, I've had to deal with the cops. It's the first time I've ever done it on camera, where it was a big confrontation. If you check out my channel, I don't have a lot of videos, but the videos I do have, my cop interactions were actually pretty decent. I had, it's funny, the same cop that trespassed me is the only cop I ever had an issue with barking orders at me. I put him in his place in front of a bunch of kids and people at the mall. So I think he took pleasure in being able to push me off and kick me off the property. Even though he knew it was wrong, he was just going with, "All right, I'm a cop and I'll deal with whatever happens later."
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
And
Are you gonna follow up with any kind of civil action or anything?
I am working on that. Like I said, dude, I'm new to all this shit, right? I'm really, really new, especially here in Canada. I am going to go to the Canadian Rights Commission, or the Rights Commission with Young and St. Clair. I do have the video, the name, and the security guards and all that unlawfully trespassed me, and I'm going to go down and make a report for that. It's just, for me to get down there, I'm a single dad, and when my daughter's at school, I've only got a certain amount of time from the time I drop her off to pick her up, and I suffer from, and I'm dealing with government fucking, all my government funding, my EI, my ODSP, and all that shit was all cut by mistake. We fucked up, and I haven't been paid for 2 days. So getting around is kind of a fucking, it's hard for me.
Yeah, I hear you.
But no, I do plan on doing a follow-up and doing stuff with it, but like I said, I don't know a whole lot of the procedures and shit like that. I'm a bit of a tech idiot. Looking stuff up online and all that stuff is beyond me. So I kind of listen to what people have to say, and I do my best to look up what I can, and I wing it most of the time. Like, when you see me in any of my videos where I'm just standing out there, you know, right, I basically just try to keep my neighborhood safe. I stand out there and record people blowing through the school bus stop signs, and in my neighborhood, at the corner, I was hit twice.
Yeah.
I just record people the neighborhood's starting to get used to it. So I've noticed, and a lot of the people in the neighborhood have noticed, people are starting to stop more often. The whole school bus thing, that's just plain ignorance. 99% of the people stop. It's just the ones that don't give a shit that, like, I'm too busy. I got things to do. I don't care. And they'll do it anyway. And those people you really can't, doesn't matter if I catch them and put them on blast, you can't teach those people.
Nope.
No, they're just got that entitled feeling and they're going to do what they want to do. And if they get a ticket, they get a ticket. Those people never have to pay consequences, so they get away with it. That's why I post the cars rolling through the stop signs in the school bus. I know the cops, if they wanted to, they could take the license plate. I give all the numbers to the bus drivers so that they can make the reports. But again, do the drivers make those reports like they're supposed to? I only know 2 drivers in 5 years that reported every driver that went through.
Yeah.
And I do apologize for the background noise. I live in an apartment. I'm on a balcony beside the highway. So
Nah, don't worry.
I live in Toronto, if anybody's wondering. I'm pretty sure I told everybody. And I live right beside the 401. So.
Oh, okay.
And I have a bit of a wall. I'll turn the camera on. So there's a wall behind me here. So the sound bounces off the highway and kind of hits this wall and kind of reverberates around.
That's not a good design.
Well, I got a huge balcony. It's just a huge balcony. I sit here because I'll put the camera on and show you after. I'll switch the camera on and show you my setup. I sit on the balcony and I smoke all the time. I just sit out here and I can look in through my balcony door. So I can look in through my balcony and watch my TV from here.
Oh, sweet.
So I just sit on the balcony, smoke, do what I got to do, listen to you guys. And if I want to watch TV, I actually have a speaker that I can put out, a Bluetooth speaker that I just put right on my lap, and I hear everything that comes off the TV.
Have you guys gotten any snow yet?
No, not yet. It was frosty this morning. It was very frosty this morning. That's the look off my balcony.
That's the 401.
That's going. Yeah, that's the eastbound going 401. Whereabouts are you? You're Canadian too, aren't you?
No, I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. All right. Sorry.
Hey, Org, just want to say hi to you.
What's up, 801? Sorry, I'm a yappy dude, man. Sometimes I go yapping. It's funny.
I'll wait for a minute, but good to see you again.
Sorry, I missed that.
He said sorry to see. He says nice to see you again.
Oh, it's always good to see you guys and talk to you guys. I tried to stay away from some stuff for a while, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with the direction of my channel. Like I got on YouTube over a year ago. I had plans and directions with it because about 3.5 years ago, I actually tried to do the predator hunting thing, and I was stopped by my wife. Basically, I was approached by some people, and I went out. I helped out a couple of the Toronto guys, and it worked out really well. And I was going to start working with them. And we would have made a good team. But the wife was like, no. She gave me a hard time about it. And then I put it aside. COVID hit. I lost my job. She walked out. So I picked up the YouTube and I started contacting them. Started talking to the people I was talking to. And in the 2 years, the community blew up really big. There was a lot of people that came around and stuff. So I was talking with them. And by chance, I come across an auditing channel, and it was AFA. It was Josh Abrams. And I was like, yo, man, this guy is insane. I love this. And I binge watched as much of his stuff as I could. I caught every live. And then I started watching Chuck. And I just sat in the background of chats, watching lives, listening. And I'm like, I remember this. Because I spent 4 years in the military. And right up until my wife walked out and I got off meds, I was on almost 1,500 milligrams of Seroquel at night. I was a zombie for 10 years. So I lost all that focus and vision I had about fighting for my rights and this and that. The the pharmacies did what they did. They turned me into a fucking zombie that just listened and did what society wanted. I worked at Costco for 14 years. I went back and forth and my head down, blah, 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 you know? And I was a shell of a person. It wasn't me. But now I'm back to being me and fucking fighting against the government. I've always not hated the government, but I've always known that they're not there for us. They're there for their own gain. I've never trusted cops. I've always had issues with cops. It wasn't until I ran into some of those channels that I got into it. And then it was Epic's channel. I started talking with him because I was wondering if there was anyone in the Toronto area that did it. And the closest person is Epic. So I started hopping on his panel, started meeting people. Then I met Dirty, and that's how I met all you guys, Sue Dirty, on his channel. Everybody would come in. I started saying hi, started hanging out with other people's channels. And I realized that, you know what? I can do this. I was just going out with my camera and recording the school buses just for my own personal safety, my kids' safety. And then I thought to myself, fuck, I could post this stuff, and I could do this, and I could do that. And it was the influence of a lot of great auditors out there that got me going, said, fuck, you know, I got to go out and do something for my daughter's future and for the future of all people. So I came to this community, made my contacts, and that's why my channel is called Hunting and Accountability. I want to try and merge the two communities together because I know it takes a lot of stress to do the hunting. You can only sit on those apps listening to those birds for so long before it fucks with your mind. That's why I've taken a break from it for a while. I did it straight for 2 months. I got 11 catches, and I got hit by a guy in a car. And so I was like, you know what? It's time to slow down. So I'm back to doing my auditing. I'm going to go around and do this for a bit, and then when I get things geared up, after I find out what's going on with the guy that hit me, and I got the okay from the cops, then I'll go back to doing the hunting. And I'll just go back and forth. I want to put them both together because, like I said when I first got here, there's hunters out there that could use a lot of auditors' help because they get out there and they start catching these pregs, and the cops get on it because they got their cameras and this and that. And if there was an auditor that knew their rights standing beside them, a couple of our predator hunters wouldn't have been arrested for stupid, for filming in public, for telling the cop to fuck off and shit like that. So, for me, it's about merging two communities and trying to make the world better for kids, man. I'm 45. There's only so much I can do other than make it better for my kids, my grandkids, your kids, everybody else's. Because the world's falling apart. It's falling apart fast.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, you know, when you started out saying you watch buses for your kid, hey, you just watch it out for everybody's kid at the same time, you know, so you're doing more than you thought you were even then. And I just like how you're doing it. And I know your daughter knows what you do, and you teach her about rights, and I love that.
Yeah, she gets in arguments with her mom about it now because one of the videos the school bus, the people run into the school bus. She got into one of the videos and her mom saw it. She blasted me. Like, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter. And then literally a week later, I got that unlawful trespass, and someone got a hold of my fucking personal information and posted it all over the fucking internet anyway. So my daughter's name, my name, my wife's name, they were posting it on my channel in the comments. So to the videos. So, like I told her, like it matters. I'm like, if somebody wants to find out her name or who she is, they're gonna find it out anyways. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, but the cops are right. That's just kind of stupid, ridiculous. But
yeah. I also had a couple of them threaten me and say, hey, I'd like to see you come back and walk around while I'm standing out there. So I did. I went back out there for a couple of days, walking around the mall, waiting for someone. Because I had no fear of nobody, dude. I really don't give a shit. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I've been beaten, fucking left in a ditch and fucking
been hit by a car.
I've been hit by like several cars. I've been hit by a bus. I've been in 3 or 4 car accidents. I used to drive race cars. I flipped a couple of those. When my time comes, my time comes. As long as I'm doing something to make make the planet better when it happens. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if I step out in front of a fucking car running through a school bus stop sign and I get hurt, I can live with that. I really can. Other people are like, well, you're going to think about your daughter. I'm like, I am. She's going to understand that, fucking, you got to stand up and stop things sometimes. And yeah, you may get hurt, but it's worth it. You know, it's worth it. So, and that's the way I look at it. Like, I got shot trying to protect somebody else. You know, I was stabbed protecting somebody else. That doesn't bother me.
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the poly thing. You never know who you're going to run into, and so you got to be careful. And you as a store owner too, you can't just be aggressive and start grabbing people, or administrator know who you are. You don't know who the hell you're grabbing.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, that store's got a reputation too of being violent with customers and putting hands on. That's one of the reasons why they went there, was to investigate.
Right.
And obviously, they knew they were walking into a powder keg because, shit, not even 5 seconds in, that shit behind the counter was fucking like a volcano.
All over masks, just because of masks. Holy shit.
Yeah, no
Just
shit.
another way to divide the people, right? I don't like you because you don't have a mask. Well, I don't like you because you have one. But it's the fucking government we got to focus on.
Well, people ask me about masks
shit
all the time, and I tell them, well, do you carry a gun every day? Well, no. Well, why not? I do, to protect me and you and, from threats. So you don't care about me? Why don't you carry a gun every day? You don't want to carry a gun? Well, I don't want to wear a mask.
I like that. I wish I could use that here in Canada. If I said to someone, what? You want to carry a gun? You want me to carry my gun everywhere? I get arrested.
Well, not here. Love that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have guns in Canada, correct?
No,
But you guys hunt.
you can own guns. You can have guns. You're not allowed to walk around with one. It's very hard to get a concealed carry permit up here. You have to be fucking.
Well, you guys must hunt, so obviously.
No, yeah. You can hunt. You can own your
hunting licenses and stuff.
Yeah, you buy you get your hunting license. You can own weapons. You can own fucking hunting rifles and handguns. Go to the range and all that shit. I don't own any. I don't even have a license. I had an issue getting my firearms license when I got out of the military. Fucking something about a psych evaluation I didn't pass. Made me laugh. So some weird bullshit, stupid bullshit. But anyways, I go to a gun range with a buddy of mine all the time, and he's got a couple of handguns. He's got my favorite gun. It's an older gun. He's got a Beretta M93, and I love firing it. It's got the little clip on the front. You pull down. It's got a 3-round burst. It's got a 15-round extended mag you can put in it. It's not supposed to have it, but he does. But it's a nice little handgun, fucking 9mm. I love it. I like going to the ring. I haven't done it in like 5 years, but we can do that as long as everything's properly packed up and in the trunk of your car when you're traveling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, it's even illegal to carry a knife in Canada, a folding knife. If a cop wants to give you a ticket and fucking arrest you for it, they basically can. You just got to go to court and fight it. It's a big bunch of bullshit.
Like a pocket knife?
Dude, seriously, they're not illegal, but a cop could say, well, I think you're going to use it as a weapon and charge you.
Well, what are they, fortune tellers up there?
Yeah, our rules with that stuff is really weird up here. Same with self-defense, right? Somebody can hit me and attack me, and I'm allowed to protect myself. But even if I had, say, 3 guys come at me, I carry an axe with me sometimes, right? Because I walk dogs and we've got coyotes in the neighborhood. So I carry an extendable axe, or a collapsible axe. So say I had that on me, and 3 guys came after me, and I used that, I could still get charged with assault with a weapon, even though I was using it to protect myself.
Well, here, I mean,
same with my cane. I walk with a cane. If
Right.
people came after me and I hit them with my cane, it's assault with a weapon, even if I'm protecting myself.
Well, yeah, it's like anytime you use a weapon of any kind, you've got to have a pretty good reason to be having that or using it. I mean, I've gotten fights while I'm carrying. They don't know I haven't, and we went fist to fist. I never pulled it out or a knife or anything, you know. And I probably have both on me most all times when I'm not home, you know.
It was funny. The guy who shot me, he thought it was a home invasion. He put the gun in my face. I laughed at him and I pulled the knife. He looked at the knife and said, "What the fuck are you gonna do with that?" I'm like, "You better shoot me." He did. He shot me in the leg. And when I didn't fall and I just looked at him and smiled, and I thought, "Now you're fucking dead." He dropped the gun, and tried to run to the door.
Well,
He didn't-
if you're within arm's reach of them, I'd rather have a knife than a gun anyway.
No, I wasn't within arm's reach, but I walked myself to within arm's reach. The fucking idiot just stood there stunned. He couldn't believe that I pulled a little 3-inch bladed knife, and I said, "All right, you ready?" He didn't know what to do.
Keeper, go get the crew and tell them to come over. Go get the crew from Hippie. Tell Hippie to come over when he's done.
What's up, Keeper?
Yeah, tell him to come on over. Do a Hippie raid. I just saw NC Tyrant. Could you say hi to NC Tyrant Hunter for me, Keeper, too, by the way, if you're doing back and forth?
Keeper.
NC.
I thought, I thought
Awesome.
Hippie and Annie said they were, or Hippie was at least coming over tonight.
Did he say that?
That's why I thought he said earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they come over. I mean, how long's he been going? 4 hours. Holy shit. He's been going for 4 hours. Jesus, criminy. I can't
Probably
do
go for
that.
another
I could
4.
if I wanted to. I could, if I didn't have the hockey tournament this weekend, and if I planned it, I could do a 24-hour stream, no problem. As long as somebody, you know, as long as a few other people would be willing to do it with me, you know, so I'm not talking to myself in the middle of the night, you know.
That's funny. Getting back to the one thing you were talking about earlier with Paulie, sorry, I was just thinking about something. Is there's a lot of legalities like 801s that involved in that. You know what I mean? There's a lot. They walked in. It is a private business. Like here in Canada, there's a few things that are different. Even if you're a private business here in Canada, I could walk in and film. They can't ask me to leave for videotaping, and they can't ask me to put a mask on, even if it's a private business, because it has something to do with if it's open to the public, it's considered a public entity, and as long as people are going in and out on a regular basis, it's classified as public. So I can record and go in, and I got a mask exception, so I don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But with that situation, it hit really fast. And it seems like there's a lot of legality behind it. They seem to have had a code, but I've seen on a lot of comments people saying that's a code only geared towards government buildings or government entities. But like here in Canada, if the business is open, it's classified as open to the public. So I don't know about the states or the different states in the U.S.
But what if you don't have a business license and it happens?
You're not a business. You're just. What would you be? Now you have to have a business license because then if you're selling food or doing something like that under a business name and you're renting under a business and you don't have a license, isn't that a legality issue as well? So therefore,
Well,
you can't ask them to leave your premise or your place of business because it's not a business because it's not registered. So therefore, I could be there. It's public.
Well, if you sell something, I mean, legally you're supposed to have a license. Lawfully, you know, all the.
Keeper, I think I just saw that. I go everywhere without a mask. I don't wear a mask at all, and nobody says shit to me. I walked into my doctor's office a week ago, I walked in, no mask, sat down, and I'm like, walked out, and on the way out, I realized, I said, hey, you didn't ask me to put the mask. They're like, yeah, we ain't gonna ask you about that shit. We know you ain't gonna put it on. I'm like, cool. Everywhere I go, I just walk through, people will look at me, I go, shh. Just put my fingers to their lip, tell them to shush, and they keep walking. But again, back onto that Paulie thing, it was crazy. See those two chicks strap it out. It was. I just wish there was better camera angles and better footage to see how many blows there were. It looked like a pretty good strap.
Yeah, it looked like they did a number on the store too, if you noticed. A couple things got broken in the store.
Well, didn't they charge Paulie with burglary or something like that? Armed burglary because he took the bat. They said that he stole the bat or something. That wasn't.
Well, they went to the cops that were down the road or something like that.
But still, if you disarm somebody that's using a weapon on somebody else, that's not that's protection of a fucking human being. That's that's protecting yourself and others by disarming somebody. As long as you don't use that as a weapon yourself. Like he didn't take it and sort of beat the shit out of the chick with it, so he just disarmed her and walked away with it. He didn't use it, so I don't get that whole.
Well, I mean, the fact that she bring it out, I mean, someone does that to me and I get it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to beat him with it, but then I'm the bad guy too. And that's it pisses you off, but once you can not do it, whether it's stand your ground or not, you got control where you can't just beat them to death and beat them to a pulp.
Well, here in Canada, our rule for self-defense is you're only allowed to use as much force as necessary to prevent that your assailant from doing harm to you. So if they pull a gun, you pull a gun. If they pull a knife, you can pull a knife. They pull a bat, you can pull a bat. But if they pull a knife, where does it go from there? Can I pull a gun and shoot them? No.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, here in Canada, there's that becomes because the gun is more lethal. So it depends on the intent of the other person.
Do your cops carry guns?
Yeah, they do.
Well, then, if they can do it, why can't you to defend yourself just like they can? You have the same right to defend yourself as a cop. Just because they're a cop, don't think their life's worth anymore.
I agree with you. I believe that every country and every citizen on this fucking planet should have the right to fucking own a weapon of any sort. Gun, fucking, you want to walk around with a hatchet, 2 hatchets, a fucking sword, a katana, whatever it is you want to walk around with as your personal protection should be fucking legal and your absolute born right. I don't care.
I can't argue with that. I have no argument for that because I agree.
Keeper brought up a good point. He says if the bar is refusing service, who removes you? The bouncer. It's always the bouncer or security, whoever's doing security.
Now bars are different here in Ontario because I got a buddy of mine that owns a bar. So his place is about the only place I go to now where you can get into without having to wear a mask. He doesn't enforce it. He doesn't do any of that. And he's looking at the legalities of putting a sign up that says mask not allowed because it's his establishment. And as a bar owner, apparently you have the right to remove anybody you want at any time for any reason whatsoever because there's alcohol on premise and other reasons. So you can have somebody walk in and you can be racist and not like their color and say, hey, I want them to leave, and just say, I don't like the color of their shirt. Whether you have 80 other people with the color of their shirt, that doesn't matter. If the bar owner wants you to leave, you have to leave. Because I've been talking to this guy about that a lot, about how that works. Because I say I walk into places, I'm like, people can't make me leave. He's like, well, it's a bar owner. He showed me. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's
the trespassing. The trespassing law in Utah is they all have to tell you one time, and you got to leave the first time they tell you. You can't wait for the cops. You can't because if they do call the cops because you didn't leave after they've asked you once, it's trespassing. You'll be arrested. You get one. They only have to ask you once here. That's one thing I don't like about that. But
a bouncer at a bar or the bar owner or any of the bar staff can physically remove anybody from a bar without legal ramifications as long as they're not using more force than necessary. So if I have to, like I've had to do it from this guy's bar, I've had to remove people. I've had to bend some guy's arm behind his back, put him in the chicken wing the guy, give him some force, make him, squeal a bit, but never any more force than that because he wasn't putting up with it because of the fight. If I had to just grabbed it and reefed it up, dislocated his shoulder and threw him out, I get a lot of shit. But if I had to go out to do that and he started to resist and fight back, yeah, I can put a little more force. If I popped his arm out, so be it. He should have just gone when he was told.
Yeah, the trespassing laws in Mass are weird. I got to look into them a little bit more. But yeah, you can't solicit a trespass in my state. I know that. I don't think you can solicit a trespass in any state, but I could be wrong.
It's funny because all the stores in my area, except for the security guards at the mall I was trespassed from, I talked to them all and I said, if the cops ever come and ask you that, if you want me to be removed, tell them no. I said, you're not allowed to come and solicit a trespass. You just don't want me reporting. And all the people have been cool about it. And I actually know a security guard supervisor at that mall who wasn't working that day, or none of that shit would have happened.
Yeah.
And I've talked to him since then. And he says they can't even, he's told me he can't even find my name or the trespass notice or any report on that whole incident that day. So I don't even know if I can go back on the property or not.
You could go, I think you could go to your local police station and ask whether or not if you trespassed on that property. They should have it.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I should have done that on the fucking yesterday when I went and did the fucking audit at the station on the guy who trespassed. I should have fucking asked you that information. I didn't even think about it. See what I mean about being new to this? And just fucking hopping in fucking 2 feet and going,
Yeah.
head first. I went to the station where the division that trespassed me, and I didn't even think of it. I should have fucking said, hey, man, I need a follow-up. Am I still trespassing in this fucking place? Because it's a 10-minute walk to my house, and that's where I get my groceries. So I can't go grocery shopping. Now it takes me fucking an hour to go do grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I'm still using the first card they gave me. They sent me the
I-
other one. I don't know where it's at.
I agree, Keeper. Talking to the cops at the end was a bad move.
Tito Rob is here.
How you doing?
Going on?
Red?
What's up, Tito?
What the hell did I step into over here? How y'all doing?
We're
Doing
doing
well.
excellent. We're doing excellent.
How are you doing?
Just
Happy.
Just put a joint out. I'm good.
I'm happy. I'm happy to announce that I'm happy. Oh yeah. Whew, what a day. Boy, I seen something about the cookie shop chap in the chatter in the chat. Is that the burning topic of tonight?
Yep.
Hold on 1 second, Tito. Keeper, the mask that you see in my screen there, I have walked around. I went shopping with my daughter. Her and I'll put it on. She'll tell me to put it on. And we'll go shopping. We go to the dollar store, we go to the grocery stores, we go to the liquor store, and I'll wear that skull mask and my glasses and the cowboy hat. Nobody says shit to me.
Well,
Yeah, they won't.
I think this is a lesson for one and all to learn that when the storekeeper says get the fuck out, get the fuck out. Oh man, what a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. Did he got charged. He got charged, woman got charged, and then the store owner got charged too, right?
To my knowledge, yet the storekeeper was not charged with anything. Apparently, the store owner asked him to leave. She attempted to forcefully remove them from the property. That's when Amy engaged and assaulted her by pushing her back. That's when she grabbed the bat because she was assaulted and she was now in fear and defending herself.
Yeah.
The property within the realms of her rights to do so as a storekeeper. And it just went south. And apparently, Amy's charged with assault, and other dude was charged with assault and robbery because he took her back. Now, see, when you take somebody's weapon or their personal belonging during the commission of a crime, trespassing, these people are going to have a few problems, and I wouldn't be surprised with all the noise going on and shit that there might be additional charges added later, as well as, and then consider the actual and punitive damages of the store owner after these kids get hung for fucking up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I lost business for 6 hours of the day. I lost $2,000, you know, and it publicly damaged the image of my store, thousands of dollars. And,
Yep.
you know,
And
my hair got pulled and my ears. And there was blood on the shopkeeper, so it even drew blood. But, you know, as far as the dude, my speculation from the movements of the camera and the way the scene went down in the dance, my interpretation was that dude stepped into the fray and plucked the bat from the fray to eliminate, you know.
He should have taken the bat and thrown the bat somewhere, not hold on to the bat while they were fighting and him recording.
He fucked up when he left the property. That made it robbery.
With the bat.
You know, however, neither one of them had ground to stand a leg on after they were told to have trespassed the first time. After that, they were committing a crime.
Yep.
After that, just like at a bar, bartender says it's time to go. You don't go. They go hands on and they pick you up in an attempt to remove you from the property.
Well, see, that's what happened to me when on opening day of baseball this year in my town, I got kicked out of the game.
Why?
They asked me and I left.
Why were you kicked out of the game, if I ask?
Well, they said I was swearing at the players because I was calling the pitchers. I was sitting by the bullpen.
Yeah,
Baseball
okay.
game.
So
Call them chuckers. I said, come on, Chuck.
Public disorder, you were asked to leave.
So I left. Went out to the sidewalk, and the cops, they wanted to trespass me. So the cops said, "Joe, we want your ID." And I said, "Well, no, I'm going to take off. You know, you don't need my ID." I started walking down the sidewalk.
I got a question.
Hold on.
I got a question.
I started walking down the sidewalk, and they chased me down.
Hang on.
And that's when I started recording. I'll stop there.
Was this public property or private property that you were trespassed from, the ball game?
Well, private property, but they asked me to leave, and I did. Because I wasn't trespassing. I was at the ball game. I paid to be there.
The ball game was where? On private property or city park property?
Well, I guess it'd be city, because it's the city bought it. Well, they bring it back. It's privately owned. Yes.
Hang on a minute. I got to deal with this dog. I apologize.
Someone doesn't sound happy. Someone
you
doesn't
know, so
sound
I did
fancy
leave.
over there.
They asked me to leave, and I walked out to the sidewalk because I know, like I was saying earlier, in Utah, they ask you one time to leave, and you have to. I already knew that. That's why I left without arguing.
Yeah.
So when I got to the sidewalk, all I wanted to do was leave. They wouldn't let me. They want ID. So I says, I haven't committed a crime. He asked me to leave, and I did. I'm walking down the road now. I started walking away from them, walked about 50 yards. They come down, and that's when I pulled my phone out and started recording. I said, so you telling me I get an ID? Or the cop says, you need I need ID. I said, well, I haven't committed a crime. I want your supervisor. And he says, he's right here. And that was the other cop.
Yeah.
I said, so you tell me I got an ID without committing a crime? And he said, trespassing. Well, I didn't trespass because I left. But anywho, they end up cuffing me, throwing me on the ground, and taking the wallet out of my back pocket, pulling my ID out and IDing me and trespassing me. Then let me out of the cuffs. I picked my phone back up. It recorded the whole thing, but in the black, you can only audio it till I pick it back up. And then I told them what I thought about them and left. The game ended, and my buddy came out. But yeah, that was I wasn't even auditing. I was just at a ball game. So I just started filming after that. They had no right to my ID and stuff.
No, they didn't, because you weren't drunk or disorderly. So,
Well, no, I wasn't drunk
or naked.
or naked. I was good. I obeyed the law.
That's what Keeper just said.
Anyway, I'm confused now. I was somewhere on that thing about the cookie shop, but fuck it. I'm getting high and going to bed. Fuck, I'm already in bed.
I was gonna say, aren't you already in bed?
Kind of feels like it. Maybe I'm just in landscape mode almost. Was this your panel I took a nap on the other day?
No.
There was talk I fell asleep somewhere or another. Like, okay, well, that ain't the first time. But yeah, so what do you guys think the outcome on this cookie shop incident's going to be?
Not good for them, that's for sure.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find
Yeah, they do. American cops take way too many liberties. They do. That they do, Keeper.
I was seeing he was dude got out of jail from the cookie shop, and he's on a panel earlier. I'm not sure if it's still live, but he was putting out his 2 cents of the incident, and I just didn't have my time. I just couldn't wrap my mind around it tonight. I'm giving my brain a break tonight. Let's see, where's that?
Yeah, you fell asleep on Epic's panel, Keeper said.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't mine.
Yeah, recently, I just that ain't the first though. Unless he private.
Oh, I've fallen asleep on panel.
Yeah,
not on my own show, but
there's that link in the private chat there. That if you guys want to see the star of the show and his 2 cents after the word aftermath interview. Yep.
I'll take a look at it.
Now there's some talk going on about their Antifa or sovereign citizens or somebody. I don't know. I don't know shit about these kids. I've never heard or seen them before.
I've never heard of polyaudits.
That I can recall, you know what I'm saying? But just my opinion about the video.
How do you know
they
somebody's
went
gonna
into it, you put a lot of evidence out there incriminating your ass that, you really didn't go there to buy cookies at that store. You went there to audit a baseball bat at a cookie store, I think. That kind of minimalizes your reason to be there in the first place, because that's a place of business, and you go to cookie stores to buy cookies.
Yeah, it was a cookie store / coffee shop.
At first
they
I was
sell
kind of
the
taken
key?
about it.
Sorry, the key thing is, do they sell apple fritters?
No, it's a cookie shop. Apple fritters are in the donut shops, not cookies.
Okay.
But,
Hey guys, I'm gonna step down. I gotta take care of something for a minute.
All right, 801.
It's good seeing y'all up here.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. Have a good night. Take care.
See you, 801.
Yeah. So 420, where are you at in the world tonight?
I'm in Mass.
Massachusetts?
Yep.
Boston or somewhere around there?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, what's your favorite baked bean?
My favorite baked bean would have to be the honey and onion.
And the tasty cakes?
Crab cakes?
Huh?
What, the crab cakes?
No, the tasty cake pastry things.
I don't know what those are.
Tasty cakes.
Twinkies?
No, they're called tasty cakes. It's a Boston Eastern Seaboard, kind of like your Twinkies, kind of snack cake people.
Oh, we don't have those around where I am.
Well, have you tried the apple fritter yet?
I've tried an apple fritter, yes.
Yeah. Did you see that girl eating that apple fritter that Joe Cool missed out on?
No, I didn't. Where is Joe Cool? Matter of fact, I'm going to text him.
Well, he's been around.
He was on my sofa last week or so.
Yeah, I remember. You were on my channel.
He stopped by he said, I'm just going to roll by. I'm passing through. I'll be leaving the next day. And he pulled in, got high, took a nap, got high. Took him 3 days to find the door and leave.
Jesus.
I think, I told him he could have the bedroom, and that way when I'm in my office or, studio, front room, whatever, if you're sleeping and somebody's in the room smoking after you're already in a weed coma, I don't think you're coming out of that weed coma anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? You're getting all that secondhand smoke after you went to sleep. Yeah, that was pretty good times. But damn, every time Joe comes through, he's so wore out and wasted from traveling. He's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of local people that follow me on YouTube. When's Joe coming to town? You better bring Joe by. I said, I rolled up to the gas station, said hi, getting some gas. A girl said she was watching, wanted to know if Joe made it to town yet. I said, well, Joe's out there in the car right now. And she stepped out there, real pretty sister chick. She comes out there like, hey, Joe Cool, how you doing? Joe's sitting there like, damn. He's sitting there talking to somebody on a live stream, riding along, and I had a live stream where we were going. Free Eric Brandt. Hoorah, hoorah. Ain't got much light going on there.
How long has he got, Eric Brandt? How long did he get? 12 years?
He got 12. He got 3-4 stacked. He got 3 4-year sentences back to back.
Wow.
And a judge said he would rather fucking take him in a ring for a round or put him in a ring with another judge and let him fight it out or some shit, which just, that's side talk. Some people said it was inappropriate and whatever, but a judge just putting in his 2 cents and saying, thank God I'm fucking retiring after this. But yeah, I guess you can say things and people can feel threatened. Whoa, I'm seeing double. And did you ever see that hypnotist video I got out?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I did there was the 4th of July event, Sundown Salute. It's on my Too Tall Rob channel, not the live. And if you just look up Too Tall Rob and hypnotist, it ought to find you a video. This boy comes up on stage and calls up 20-some people. And